Jump your feet up to the outside of the dumbbells. If you need to turn the dumbbells so it's side by side, jump your feet to the side. That's the ab portion. The in and out is important. Put the dumbbells down. Turn them around. Jump your feet to the, start your feet on the outside of the dumbbell. Jump back, jump up, and stand up. As you exercise, open your ears. When it comes turns to losing body fat, there's no diet. No diet. Only the abstinence of food. Body fat is energy stored for later. So if you want that energy to be used, you have to give the reason the body use it. There's no such thing as burning fat. You got to get that mindset up out your brain. You can't burn fat. You only can use energy. So you've been lied to. This diet burns fat. It's a lie. There's no food you can eat that burns fat. So it's not even about eating good or bad, healthy or not healthy. If your true goal is to get rid of extra energy on your body, you have to abstain from eating energy. That's the only way. You could only lie to yourself and be like, well, at least I'm eating this. You trapped in pleasure. And then you got to understand what the energy is for. If your goal is to build muscle, then you eat food, more specifically protein. If you need energy, then you eat carbs. If you need hormone production, then you consume dietary fats. If you're not well, then you eat foods that's high in vitamins and minerals like fruits and vegetables. That's it. Anything that come in the package and manufactured is trash. It don't matter what it say, healthy, whole grain, vegan, all that shit is get people money because we addicted to food. So if you come into the gym to burn calories and burn fat, you're in the wrong place. Because this place is only to increase performance. That's the only mindset you have to adapt. When you break your fast, think about, why am I breaking my fast? Am I breaking my fast because I'm in an outing and I want to enjoy myself? Then you got to admit to that. You can't fool yourself with terms like healthy or unhealthy, good or bad. Why am I breaking this fast right now? What is the purpose of breaking this fast? Every time you eat, you break your fast. Every time you eat, your body produces insulin. Insulin is the hormone to store. If your insulin is up, you can't burn. Insulin put the body in an anabolic state. To burn fat, you need to be in a catabolic state. So every time you eat, you're not burning fat. So if you're eating 3 meals a day and then you snacking in between, but using terms like it's healthy, and if your goal is to lose fat, you're losing. Then you go to the gym and trying to kill yourself because you're burning calories instead of trying to improve. I can't be doing 200 meters on the ski and my time not under 10 minutes when a trainer say try to get under 10 minutes because you over there dying because your diet is messed up. If we doing box jumps and we trying to improve and you're not improving because your performance ain't going up, you got to redefine your thought process. The gym is for increased performance. You can't combat a bad diet. False. I'm finna go burn it off is a lie. The weekend you trapped in pleasure, you feel like Monday, I'm gonna go work it off. That's a lie. You can't do that. One glass of wine, down there 400 calories, 50 something glass of sugar. That ain't even counting the pasta that you eat with it already. Losing battle. All right, let's go on the treadmill. 1 mile. 1 mile over 4 miles. Yeah. I want back to back, no rest with the 10. Let's try that. Let's try that. Let's keep the body in a state of epoch. Let's work through being with a high heart rate. That's increased performance. Once you do that, then we go to the 15. Breathe. Change the units on the runner to, let's say, miles instead of meters. Press change unit. So again, you gotta understand how the body works. What's my goal? What's the purpose of breaking my fast? If you train and you train in the morning, most likely if your goal is to lose some weight or body fat rather, you want to train in a fasting state. So if you're eating something before you come here and your goal is to burn fat or use fat as energy, you're already behind. If my goal is to burn body fat after I finish training, before I break my fast, it's most crucial what you're gonna eat. Anytime you consume food, it has to have a function. If you're not eating for function, you're eating for pleasure. You versus you. I'm just telling this all I be reading. I'm like, how am I articulate this information to the client so they could better understand. You cannot, because society gonna profit off your pain. They saying all this healthy stuff and all these diets to lose weight when they all in cahoots. If my goal is to increase performance so I can perform better, that's when the information about consuming carbohydrates or a pre-workout meal is beneficial. Everybody like, but they say you're supposed to eat before. What's their goal? You about to go run, you about to go do the Tour de France? But you can, if you saying, damn, I'm trying to get better in the gym, my energy feeling low, then you should eat something. But if you like, damn, I'm trying to get rid of this body fat, then you should not. If your goal is to build up muscle mass, now when you break your fast, you like, what I'm gonna eat now? Things that build and repair muscle. Shouldn't be drinking orange juice. But it's healthy, CJ, vitamin C. We're not talking about health. Talk about burning fat. If you're drinking orange juice so you can have sugar in your body so you can perform better, back up, then it's much better. When you break in your fast, you got to understand the function. If I need energy, you know what you know what I drink? Black coffee. Because I need cognitive function. What caffeine do? Caffeine gets you alert. It's a cognitive thing. And if you drink it black, the most calories you're going to get from like a large black coffee is about 5. Now if you go ahead and add milk and cream and 2 pumps of all this, now you'd have a dessert. Now you're like, I'm hungry, let me get something with it. Jesus Christ. So that's very important. The purpose of food is for function, energy. Your hormones off is because too much carbohydrates, too much insulin, not enough dietary fats. And something like people like, oh, I don't eat the egg yolk because it's cholesterol. Cholesterol is good. HDL. It's not the cholesterol, it's how the cholesterol heals the body is what gives us its bad name. Egg yolk is the best thing to eat for dietary fat. Just think about it. A chicken comes from the yolk. Don't you mean there's a lot of vitamins and minerals in there to create life? Why would you want to consume that? Oh, because you want to eat eggs and toast and hash browns and grits with cheese. Dog, I know. Once I be reading all this stuff, I be just like, damn. And it's such a shame. When I tell people about this, they're like, I can't have nothing. You can have whatever you want. But if you have whatever you want, you're going to look however you look. That makes sense? It's okay. I know. So every time you break your fast, you have to have a purpose, especially if you have goals. You could be on vacation and say, yo, I'm just chilling. Nobody come here and be like, yo, CJ, I'm just chilling. I just want to work out to get my body in motion. I'm not really concerned about burning fat or anything like that. If that was the case, then it'd be all good. People like, yo, I want to change my body. How I get rid of these 10 pounds or 20 pounds? Or how many pounds you got on your body? So that's the way, that's the purpose. Break fast. Y'all got to remember that. Breakfast just don't mean the thing you eat in the morning. Every time you consume food, you break into fast. If your goal is to lose weight, Roxanne, what should you do?
Not eat.
Fast for an extended period of time. So if you leave the gym and your purpose is to build muscle, you should eat some protein, a little bit. You can eat carbs too, because that's for recovery. But should you eat 2 hours later? If your purpose is to burn fat? No. And then the main thing is so much information that I give, and people just say, fuck it. The process of eating. If I done ate something, I shouldn't eat again unless what, Roxanne?
Unless I've already eliminated.
Again, eliminate. People eating 4-5 times, they ain't even use the bathroom. Where you think all that stuff at? In the colon. Then you turn around and say, CJ, why am I bloated? Too much shit in the body, literally. Literally. So with all that being said, damn, I'm breaking my fast. You got to think. Is it this oral fixation? Meaning you just used to eating so many times throughout the day, you gotta put something in your mouth? Or is it the pleasure trap? I need the dopamine that the body release after consuming the meal. Or even the dopamine the body release when you know you're about to eat something. Y'all see when you about to feed your dog and you know you about to get something to eat, that start salivating? Right? Right, Roxanne? That's how people is. As soon as they go through that drive-thru, they just feel happy. You ain't even get the food yet. Might as well just test this out. Just pull up to the drive-thru and get the good feeling and jump out the line. So it's just like, am I trapped in pleasure? Am I addicted to the food, which is the most highly addictive thing in the world, more addicted to drugs? Food is a drug. You know why it's so worse than any other drug? You know why? It's not that you need it. It's socially acceptable. It's not socially acceptable to smoke crack in the open. People gonna judge you. But it's socially acceptable to drive through that Krispy Kreme when the little light on, get a whole hot 12 and eat it. Then if somebody say something about you, you're fat shaming me, or it's good as you are. The world fucked up, I'm telling you. It's profit off pain. The pain is you're trapped in pleasure. So let me go eat. I got something for you to eat. Then when you got dis-ease, you go to the doctor. The doctor ain't gonna tell you to abstain from food. He's gonna say, hear about this pill or this surgery. Y'all see how America run? If you want $1 million, you find out how to profit off somebody's pain. The food and the medical industry, they winning. As soon as you eat all this sugar, you know what feeds cancer? What? Sugar. Sugar feeds cancer. You think they telling people stop eating sugar? Pasta and wine. Wine has sugar. You didn't know? Yeah. I'm not saying you can't do it, but see, look, there you go trying to justify. They got you. They got you. You ain't gonna never be right.
I'm kidding with you, CJ.
I ain't kidding. Look, that's process. See, they got you. Then you eat something from the earth, not processed. I don't know, sweet potato, banana, watermelon, orange, spinach, or dietary fats. If you want, see, the thing is, we eat sugar burners instead of fat burners. That's why it's so hard for people to burn fat. Your body used to burning glucose and glycogen. Anything you eat, your body break down to glucose and glycogen. It don't matter if it's healthy, non-healthy, or what type of source. If it's natural sugars or if it's processed sugars, your body turn it to glucose and glycogen. Carbs is sugar. Sugar is sugar. So what that means is if you're consuming this all the time, your body used to the glucose as the primary fuel source. And you desperately want to burn what? If you want to switch from sugar burning to fat burning, you got to eat more things with fat. Egg yolk, avocado, olive oil, peanuts, cashews, salmon, Shit like that. Because carbs is energy, fat is energy too. The body just so addicted to the sugar, and that's what it's used to. And then let's go to one more thing I'm gonna tell y'all. Insulin resistance. Meaning if you always constantly break your fast. Still on the body comments. If you constantly breaking your fast, every time you break your fast, the hormone the body produces what? Insulin. If you keep eating, your body keep. This is how people get insulin resistance. If I'm eating the sugar and the body like, okay, let me release the insulin so it can push it in the cells and where I need it at. When your body full of sugar, it's not enough insulin to push it some more. So the body, more insulin, more insulin, more insulin. To the point it becomes insulin resistance. That means the insulin not working no more. If you constantly insulin resistance, now that's the underlying for disease. PCOS, insulin resistance. Diabetes, insulin resistance. Hypertension, insulin resistance. Cancer, insulin resistance. I don't know. How does one fix their body? Not letting the body produce insulin. How you do that, Roxanne?
By not eating sugar.
By not eating, period. What's that called?
Fast.
So if you want to heal the body, you should what?
Fast.
If you want to burn fat, you should what?
Fast.
If you want to feel good, you should do what?
Fast.
I rest my case. Rest my case. I don't know what else to do. All right, ladies, y'all get on the show. I don't know what else to do. That's it. That's right. I can see you in a second and it makes me sad. You got any protein boxes no more? I don't know. If they got it, they got it. Not to be that. The year today is not anything. You can't be consuming food like that. You can't be constantly breaking your fast. Then when you buy the breaking fast, you got to think about number one, what's the purpose of it? Number two, what I'm breaking the fast with. Then it's the 90-10. 90% is diet, got to know good stuff. 10% you can do whatever the hell you want if you're consistent. But y'all backwards. 10% of the good shit has to be something bullshit. I can't do that. They say, see that you're a great trainer. Well, after the 1 hour, 2 hours you spend with me, 23 more days. I can't just be that. You got your job, Easter, Cinco de Mayo, gonna come around, y'all gonna go turn up. Memorial weekend, summertime, barbecue, 4th of July. I don't know. Labor Day, your birthday, your cousin graduation. I don't know. So, but once you adopt it, then you're not in what's called FOMO, the fear of missing out. But CJ, you know, it was my sister's graduation and I had to have a slice of the cake. You ain't have to eat that cake. You ain't have to eat that cake, Roxanne. Just pull it, 2,000. Under 10 minutes. Come on, I need you to do then alternate via. Yes, ma'am. Does that make sense? Y'all gotta understand that the pleasure trap is real. Real, bro. It's real. So now it's two sides. Now you can use exercise to deplete the body of glucose and glycogen because you need to use that energy. Once you go and you build up your system, now you're using that energy. The thing is now, when I break my fast, what I'm gonna do, especially with this information I just acquired, is very real. I know. I'm gonna take his shoes off. We're gonna go on the mat.
Okay, normally this week, I normally would eat some vegetables and fruits, but I did not try to go to the store and I was in my car.
Right.
But just look at everything I ate. I normally this week I definitely need more fruits and vegetables, but it's just too messy and I want to go on it this week.
You don't need fruits and vegetables?
I
Who
need
said
nothing.
that?
I need nothing.
No. You can eat stuff, but you don't need fruits and vegetables. Go on the black one.
I kind of like them and they help if I have them around. I like
Nah, they good. They're gonna help for dietary fiber. They're gonna help you be regular so you can eliminate. But you could be good without them.
Okay, well I didn't eat too many this week. I didn't go to the store.
So you can't get fruits and vegetables, so you opted out for the carb.
No.
So you went keto.
No, look at everything I ate. It's all noted. Every single thing I bought.
Check it out.
Every single thing. Not some things. Coming.
Okay, I was listening to CJ podcast. Give me 10 minutes so I can give y'all another episode on a different topic. I need my brain to restore.